Hey guys, welcome back to another week with me. Today I'm going to talk to you about Chiari Malformation. I'm just going to breeze through this. As I've said time and time again, this is a very finicky camera and I have to film things kind of awkwardly in order to make it work. But I have finally bought a new camera. I am very excited. And if not next week, the week after, I should be up and running and using it fully with like a tripod and everything. So I'm very excited to have an actual, really well working high-def camera. And if I seem a little off, I've been a little off the past couple days. Things have been very erratic in my life, but I am here to talk to you about Chiari Malformation. So I have a very full page of information to throw at you, so I'm just going to dive right in. Let's go. So, what is a Chiari Malformation? I'm going to call it a CM from here out, just because that's really long to keep repeating over and over again. A CM is a structural defect in the cerebellum, which is the part of the brain that controls balance. CM occurs when part of the cerebellum is located below the opening to the spinal canal, known as the foramen magnum, and they may develop when the bony space is small, which would therefore push the cerebellum and the brainstem downward, and they can also block the flow of cerebral spinal fluid. And what can cause them? One way are structural defects during fetal development, which can be caused by genetic mutations or a lack of nutrition coming in from the mother. And this is known as a primary or congenital CM. It's funny, CM is my initials. Or the other way is by injury, infection, or exposure to harmful substances, which can lead to excessive drainage of cerebral spinal fluid. And this is known as acquired or secondary CM. And primary is more common than secondary. So moving on to the types, there are 4 types of Chiari malformations. The first, or type 1, is extension of the cerebellum tonsils into the foramen magnum, also known as the opening to the spinal canal, without involving the brainstem. This type may not cause symptoms. This is the only type can be acquired, and this is the most common form. Type 2, or classic CM, is extension of both the cerebellar and brainstem tissue into the foramen magnum. This is also accompanied by a type of spina bifida, and the term that you may have heard as an Arnold-Chiari malformation is specific to this type, or type 2. Type 3 is the most serious type of Chiari malformation. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. This is when the cerebellum and the brainstem protrude or herniate through the foramen magnum into the spinal cord. And type 4 is incomplete or underdeveloped cerebellum, which is known as cerebellar hypoplasia. This is the most rare form. The cerebellar tonsils are normal, and parts of the cerebellum are missing, and portions of the skull and spinal cord may be visible. Alright, moving on to symptoms. Symptoms can include headaches at the back of the head, neck pain, dizziness and balance problems, numbness or tingling in arms and legs, blurred vision, swallowing problems, hearing loss, and nausea and vomiting. And there are a couple different ways to diagnose a Chiari malformation. They can be diagnosed through x-rays, CT scans, and MRIs. And as for treatment, there are different surgical methods, but like I said, this was a lot of information and I wanted to keep this as concise as possible. So I will link the websites, yes, I used 2 that I got this information from, and if you want to know more, you can check them out there. And to wrap things up, some associated conditions that can go along with having a Chiari malformation. There are hydrocephalus, spina bifida, tethered cord syndrome, spinal curvature, and this last one is a word that I know I'm going to butcher, syringomyelia, I think is how it is. Please correct me if I am wrong. So that wraps it up. Once again, a lot of information that I just threw at you in a very short amount of time. I'm trying to keep these videos short just for my own sake and editing and uploading, and it can be a nightmare. I've been up many a night. I've been up late uploading videos. But as I said, I ordered a new camcorder. I am so excited. I have to get a case and buy the rechargeable batteries and get a tripod, which will make everything so much easier, because right now y'all are balanced on my windowsill. So if I have a tripod, I can have a proper backdrop and look all professional and stuff, and I'm very excited. I'll be bringing that camera with me to Houston. I leave in just under a month now. It's just getting really exciting. I'm starting to think of what I'm going to pack and whatnot, shopping around for a new suitcase. I'm getting very stoked. Kayla is going as well, and we're starting to think about some videos and vlogging kind of things we want to do, so I'm very excited. If you are going and you see us, please say hi. We'd like to meet you. And I'm trying to think. My camera should be here next week, but it just in terms of getting everything and getting it set up with my computer, it might not be next week that I'll start using it, but most definitely the week after, unless something like horrible happens, which I really hope not. I've been wanting this for a while, so I'm just rambling now. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share. And if you're going to the conference, I know it's still a couple weeks away. I'm just getting super excited. I hope to see you there. I'm just going to wrap this up because I'm just blabbing on at this point. I will see you next week, and I hope you have a good weekend. Bye!